Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss 3 questions related to organic chemistry. First question is, which of the following acid will give maximum yield of alkyl chloride in Hunsdiecker reaction? In Hunsdiecker reaction, we know that from a carboxylic acid we get alkyl halide, and in Hunsdiecker reaction intermediate is a free radical species. So the most stable intermediate will give the more alkyl chloride in the reaction. So we have to find out that which of the intermediate of the following species will be the more stable. Like in the case of A, the intermediate will be, here I am writing the intermediate of A, the intermediate of A will be CH3, CH2, CH2. This will be the intermediate in case of option A. In case of option B, the intermediate will be this. In case of option C, the intermediate will be this. And in case of option D, the intermediate will be now you can easily find out that which of the free radical intermediate is more stable. We can see that in the case of A, B and C there is no phenyl ring, but in case of D there is a phenyl ring. So we can write the option, we can write the D as like this. So we can write this as this also. So here we can see that this intermediate is stabilized by resonance because it is attached to a phenyl ring, and it is also stabilized by 3 alpha H. So here two factors are working. The one factor is resonance, the another factor is hyperconjugation. In case of option C, we can see that here 9 alpha H are present but no resonance, and option A and B we can easily eliminate. So the more stable intermediate is option D. Here you can see the more stable intermediate, that's why the option D will be the correct answer. Now second question, indicate the stereochemical relationship between these two molecules. So here we have given two molecules and we need to find out the stereochemical relationship between these two molecules. So the options are A diastereomer, B enantiomer, C identical and chiral, option D identical and achiral. So first we need to find out the RS configuration. So we are starting from this molecule and from this carbon center. So the numbering 1 will be given to this, the numbering 2 will be given to this because this is more near to that OH group, so that's why it will be given 2, this will be 3, and the hydrogen here it will get the number 4. Now you can see that this will be clockwise direction, that's why it will be R. Now here it will be 1 and this carbon will be given 2, this will be 3, and the hydrogen which is above the plane it will be given 4. So here you can see that this is anti-clockwise, but the least priority, the hydrogen which is on the least priority, it is above the plane, that's why we have to reverse the configuration, and that's why it will be R. Although it is S because it is anti-clockwise, but the least priority number which is hydrogen, it is above the plane, that's why we have to reverse the configuration. So the configuration of both the carbon atom is R and R, R and R. So in the similar way we will find out the configuration on this carbon atom also. So here you can see that this will get the number 1, it will get the number 2, this will get the number 3, and the hydrogen which is above the plane, it will get number 4. So here it is R, but the least priority hydrogen is above the plane, that's why we need to reverse the configuration. Although it is R, but we need to reverse the configuration, so it is S. And on this carbon atom, this will get the number 1, and this will get number 2, this will get number 3, and the least priority hydrogen is below the plane, so it will get, this will get number 4. So here you can see this is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means S, and the least priority number is below the plane, that's why the configuration will remain the same, so it is also S. So R, the carbon atom configuration R, and here it is S and S. That means the relationship between these two molecule is enantiomer. So option B will be the correct answer. Now in the comment section, tell me that what will be the configuration of these carbon atom if these are diastereomer. Tell me in the comment section. The third question is, which of the following is least reactive toward SN1? So for the SN1 reaction, whenever you get the questions like least reactive, we need to find out that what is the stability of the carbocation. If iodine will remove from here, the carbocation we will get this one. This carbocation we will get. If this iodine will go from here, then we will get the carbocation, this one. In the similar case, we will get this carbocation, and in this case, we will get this carbocation. So here we know the Huckel rule, that in this case there are 6 pi electrons, so it is following the Huckel rule. 4n plus 2, n की value हो गई 1, so it will be 6 pi electron. This is an aromatic system. We know that this is aromatic system. In this case there are 4 pi electron, and it is not following the Huckel rule. It is anti-aromatic. This system is anti-aromatic, and in this case this system is non-aromatic, and similar case this system is also non-aromatic. We know that anti-aromatic carbocation are very less stable. Anti-aromatic carbocation are very less stable. That's why this option B, it will be least reactive towards SN1 reaction. Option B will be the correct answer. Thank you for watching this video. Happy learning.